Hi, everyone. I'm Tyler. Thanks, everyone, for joining the webinar. I think whether you're an existing customer or you're just joining to learn a little bit more about Dapresy, I think you're really going to find today's topic on how to be enterprise ready very helpful for you. As Larissa mentioned, please feel free to submit those questions throughout the presentation, and we will do our best to answer those at the end of the webinar, or we'll follow up and contact you separately. So with that being said, I will turn off my camera and switch over to my screen. All right, so we should have my screen up here. Just wanted to quickly give some background on Dapresy. So we're a team of over or close to 100 employees worldwide, spanning across 6 global offices. Dapresy as a company has 20 years of experience in market research reporting and has built some tremendous partnerships with some of those teams you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. Today, we're going to be focusing on these 5 areas, which are common needs for enterprise-level clients. So when we mention and discuss enterprise-level clients, what we're really referring to are large and difficult project reporting requirements. Each section, I'm going to preface the topic with a critical question. So please ask yourself when we're looking at this slide, is your reporting platform really prepared to meet the security requirements of an enterprise level client? And if your answer is no, or you feel unsure, here is just a short list of security requirements that Dapresy can provide. Some of these items will speak for themselves, such as IP restrictions and multi-factor authentication. And single sign-on is becoming a very common requirement for enterprise level clients. This allows the ability for those enterprise clients to internally control those users via their intranet and not being dependent on necessarily Dapresy doing all of that management. With large user bases, that can be very effective to put the user control in their hands. We also support the ability to control respondents and data cleaning in the system. This has become a major requirement, especially since the GDPR laws that have taken into effect over the past couple years. Dapresy also offers on-premise installations, and we have very deep access controls, which will be a reoccurring theme throughout the other topics we cover. It's not uncommon to sometimes ask yourself if an advanced online reporting system, can that really be efficient? And we're proud to be able to say that Dapresy, although it provides advanced infographic and very comprehensive reporting, it can also be efficient. By offering some of our real-time reporting features, such as scheduled imports and having that online user access, your clients can actually access that data more frequently and allow that data to be accurate with that scheduled importing. In addition to timely data reporting, our system also has the capability to consume different file types. So you can see those list of file types there that Dapresy is able to consume. And in addition to that, we can commingle that typical survey data with aggregate data such as sales or marketing or social media reporting. Once that data is imported, there are many analytical calculations our system can derive and update automatically without any manual input. A couple examples of these analytics are your typical benchmarking and significance testing that is supported within the system. Providing an advanced online modern reporting platform can also beg the question, can that really be flexible and also provide a positive user experience? We've discussed some of our advanced data efficiency capabilities already, but a few advanced reporting features to be aware of, especially for enterprise clients, is the option to create a platform that's suitable for a broad audience. For example, you can create a unique user experience for all of your enterprise client members, while the C-suite, they might really need access to a proprietary global summary report. At the same time, you can also provide that senior research team access to a cross-table tool where they can run their deep analysis on the raw data. And in addition, in our ever-diverse world, it's important that we support multi-language reporting, and Dapresy can also handle that. And one big advantage that Dapresy can provide to a lot of our market research firms is the ability to differentiate yourself with a variety of reports that you can uniquely package to prospective enterprise clients. And that is all contained within this single platform. Our branding capabilities also run deep throughout the platform, whether that's visual website themes or login pages, and even global color management. Our platform can adapt to your precise guidelines required by those enterprise level clients. And here's a few examples of a custom login page. You can see that oath.dapresy.com, and you can also see the color management over on the right-hand side with those different brands. Our user experience focus also expands to the idea of having a portal, which can be a single source of truth where a user can log in and have access to all of their surveys, all of their documents in one online experience. And within those surveys, the platform offers the ability for your team building these reports to create proprietary visual templates, which can be leveraged across multiple reports and surveys, giving your client a sense of branding and reporting consistency. And you can see two examples of that on the screen. That portal offering where someone is logging into that project selection page and they see all the different surveys that they have access to, and the templates over on the right-hand side that would be proprietary to you and your team. We briefly mentioned the ability Dapresy can provide when there's a need to generate reporting for a broad audience. And if this is an area you find yourself struggling with, there's a few ways that our platform can help. We can break down the enterprise level features which allow you to democratize your data into two sections. The first being self-service capabilities and the other being access right management. 4 of our main report types are designed to give you the opportunity to create a self-service environment for your customer. Our cross-table tool is a space where users can create custom tables, apply different calculations, time intervals, formatting rules, and also export that data to Excel. The StoryTeller tool, while this is mainly regarded as our high-end dashboarding report, it is still flexible enough to be set up for self-service through the use of exploratory filters. So we can see in this example here, while we have one slide and one report, there are 5 different filters to help the user customize their view. Building off StoryTeller is the MyStories tool. This allows users to pick and choose specific slides and relevant filter combinations to create a custom deck for them to view and present. And again, using that same example, on the right-hand side, we have our MyStories panel where I've created a few custom slides that I want to have proprietary access to. Our PowerPoint production tool, which is called StoryCreator, allows your clients to create slides which can be exported to PowerPoint in its native format. This grants even further customization to your end client, but it also allows your team to quickly deliver ad hoc requests that you may receive after you've produced your dashboard. Access right management has always been a critical requirement for enterprise level reporting. Through our ability to control individual user access at many levels, this includes at the data and variable level, even at the report level, feature, and project level. This offering can support the needs of a broad user base, and again, it allows you to tailor each user's level of access and experience for your enterprise requirements. Our final topic will also tie back into access rights and user control, which brings us to hierarchical reporting, which tends to be a very key need in enterprise level clients. Dapresy has built-in functionality to create and maintain hierarchies, which are derived directly from the survey data file. Any variables that contain a one-to-one relationship can be used to create these hierarchies, and some of the most common structures are based on company organization or geography, for an example. These hierarchical structures not only give you the ability to simply filter data, but also show benchmark comparisons against those selections, and those can go up or down the levels within the hierarchy. An advanced feature that the hierarchy supports is variable assignment. That option allows brands, products, channels, segments, or any variable that would be dependent on your hierarchy to be assigned to and only display when that related selection is activated. And we can see a basic example of that here, where United States, Germany, and Japan, if we were doing a car brand survey, we see each of those countries have their specific variable assignments based on the car brands. As I've mentioned previously with user permissions, users can also be given partial or complete access to these hierarchies that you've created. Lastly, here's a good example of how hierarchies can be used for filtering and benchmarking capabilities. For example, you could assign a user to only have access to that Atlanta market, and they would only have access to Atlanta data, but they're still able to view the results of the benchmark calculation. In conclusion, I'll give everyone a chance to review these questions that we've gone over. And if you're struggling to find a positive solution to any of these 5 questions, we'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you and see how we could help. And soon we're going to be able to open it up to any questions. And Larissa, I'll hand it back over to you for Q&A.
Okay, thank you, Tyler. Yeah, do you guys have, Sanford, Tyler, do you have any frequent questions that you do get from either agencies or small teams working for enterprises?
Hi, Larissa, thanks. I don't know if it's if I can narrow it down to specific questions, but really more or less for a successful kind of implementation across what we're talking as an enterprise is really knowing who your audience and the various differentiations between those audience types are when you're trying to think about the first level attack on something on a scale such as this. You really have to be intimate with who those team leaders are and what their needs are across their departments and what they're focused in on. And then really, servicing as much of that as you possibly can by finding the, kind of the Venn diagram overlap, right, of where you can make the most impact with what you include. Beyond that, just making sure that you're able to deliver on top of that to all those different groups. Tyler spoke about self-service versus, more canned report-generated dashboard systems. The one thing that I would kind of warn against for self-service is, just making sure that those different audiences are successfully trained and fully understand, what's available within the system, so they don't get frustrated and end up not finding the real worth of what you're trying to provide.